What's up, everyone? Good morning. Happy Valentine's Day. Welcome to A Cup of Crypto. We're going to be talking about today's price action ahead, the news, and everything else in terms of your price levels for Bitcoin, for Ethereum, and some of the altcoins. Hope everyone's doing great. If you're here with your cup of crypto, sit back, enjoy. Make sure to smash the like button. Let YouTube know, let the algorithm know that this is by far the best morning crypto show on the internet. And yeah, enjoy your crypto beverage. That's really good. Just a black coffee this morning for me. I was quite quiet over the weekend. I didn't actually post any videos, so I'm looking forward to a busy week. There's a lot going on, a lot to get through. We'll keep this brief. And like I always say, if you're watching this with me now live, welcome. I'll be doing some Q&A through the session. But if you're watching this slightly later, maybe you're in the States and you didn't want to get up at 5 in the morning, that's perfectly fine. And this is entirely relevant for the price action today. We are going to get through a couple of the big news articles. There's not much to go through. In fact, let's just get straight into it and get into these articles before we get into the price action here. So the big thing today that I'm considering that's going to be a big mover for the prices, not just in crypto but probably equities, is the Fed meeting happening today. There's a closed board meeting happening 11:30 a.m. Eastern time. Basically, the Fed are meeting to discuss interest rates once again. So review and determination by the Board of Governors of the advance and discount rates to be charged by the Federal Reserve banks, i.e. interest rates, guys. So this is a big deal. This is a big deal. If I was a betting man, which I am, I would anticipate that they are going to put in a hike. And basically, guys, what that will mean for crypto prices is that they're going to go down. All right. So bear that in mind. That's not guaranteed going to happen. They're not guaranteed going to put them up. And it might not happen straight away. But if they do put the rates up, expect a drop in the prices, and we're going to go through that in a minute. In other news, Bitcoin hash rate still going very, very strong. Bitcoin holds above 41K. This was as of early this morning, surged to the hash rate surged to new all-time highs. So in terms of the network security, nothing wrong with Bitcoin as a security, as a network. It's never been stronger. So for you longer term investors, for you hodlers, you should be excited about any discounts we get over the next weeks, months. So let's get into the price action, guys. So yeah, once again, welcome, A Cup of Crypto. If you're here, smash the like, guys. If you're watching this later, smash the like. Make sure as well, if you are not subscribed to my channel, join our YouTube family. We're on the road very closely now to 45,000 subscribers. I think we're on about 43.8 or something. So your support is amazing. Let's get into the price action, guys, and let's get straight into it. So Bitcoin, I'm going to start things off on this weekly chart so we can see exactly where we've been, where we're coming from, and what's likely to happen next. So one line of resistance, a bit of a sneaky line actually. Not many people are talking about this, but we do have this significant line of resistance that did act as support previously, but I now believe is acting as resistance again. Now, being a weekly chart, these are weekly candles, a bit of a bearish sign for Bitcoin. We were unable to break this line last week. We did wick into it. We wicked into it to about $45,750. But there wasn't enough bullish sentiment to hold above it. Volume hadn't been coming in. I mean, if I was to show you on the daily chart, for example, here, and by the way, we're going to be talking about these levels that I've got highlighted. These are very important levels. But yeah, we couldn't break into it. We confirmed a few daily candles. And obviously the last 2.5 weeks have been very nice. But I believe we're on our way down for a retrace now. That's the most likely scenario. So let's talk about that. So in terms of these levels that you can see in front of you here, obviously I've got weekly, monthly, daily. These are basically our price levels relevant to whether it's a monthly, weekly, daily close. The reason why these levels are so significant is price action really does respect them. And the way that you want to basically use these levels, guys, in your TA, for anyone that's not so familiar, is each one corresponds to a different one. So your daily, for example, here, this orange line, we've got a daily candle, a daily line, a daily level here at $44,429. The reason we've got that is because you have a green body of a candle. You don't use the wicks, you use the bodies, and a red body following it. That's the most recent time that happened. We may be forming one today, but it's not close. So this is a daily level. So $44,390 is a daily level. That will act as some resistance now if we go back up and test it. If we go back up and test it, and we're going to be talking about that. The next level we have for Bitcoin here is the weekly level. Similar situation, guys. So it's the last time where you got a reaction of a red and a green candle, or indeed it could be a green then a red candle. So actually your weekly candle ultimately, guys, is here. Let's unlock that. Can move that slightly because we've got a new week. So there. So that's also a weekly level. So what we're currently seeing, and what this tells us, is in terms of the weeklies, we are trading in between all the way up resistance, and I don't think we're coming up to that any point this week anyway. 50,000, I mean, it'd be nice, but I don't think it will be happening. And obviously it would mean the Fed are going to continue monetary policy stimulating low interest rates, but I do expect a hike is going to be in play. But what we're anticipating is the next level to be tested at around 36,900, 37,000. But obviously here you can see a monthly level. So if we go into the monthly chart, you'll see that the last monthly time where we had red and green candle was all the way down at $38,442. So I'm anticipating some price movement down to that level. The next monthly level after that is going to be down at about 35K. So let's put that in and I'll show you how I do that, how I mark my charts, guys. So what we're going to do here is use a horizontal ray. I've got my magnet on, so very easy to just pinpoint the price action to where I need it to be. I'm going to color code it as with the rest of the monthlies. And tell you what, guys, just to make things simpler, I don't know why I didn't do this. I can just copy it. Much easier, right? I'm going to copy it. I'm going to bring it down to this level after I've taken the lock off. And you're now going to see that that is the next monthly level. If we break the 38,000, it's going to be down at about $35,000 as support. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to my object tree here and neatly put my levels into my levels folder, and I can toggle that on and off. I can lock it, and that's what I'm doing now, guys. This is just one of the many topics we teach in the Marzell Trading Academy for anyone that wants to learn trading and how to use TradingView, and obviously take a whole new career path in learning how to trade. That's what we teach. So anyway, guys, let's zoom out a bit and see what we're doing on the daily. So on this daily chart, we're keeping our levels in place so we know what's going on. But what we're seeing right now is this previous resistance line playing out. Okay, it did act as some support, resistance. We pumped above it, but the volume wasn't there. We're now being trapped beneath it, and it looks to me like there's a good short trade opportunity here with a very, very good value trade. So obviously we could pump above it, and I'm not saying by any means that we're definitely going down. Of course not. It's all about risk to reward and correct money management when it comes to trading, guys. But what we can see, what is evident and clear, is that we are in an overall downward trend, despite the nice 2-3 week price action we've had. Ultimately, guys, we're at a strong resistance level with this trend line that I've demonstrated. And equally, if we look at some of these technicals, for example, our ribbon on the daily, you can see, let me bring that in, you can see that we're in the mix of this ribbon on the daily. On the weekly, what's going on there? We're actually now being pushed below it after we broke into it. So another weak sign, another bearish sign for Bitcoin on the monthly. Let's see how things look on the monthly. Obviously a different scenario depending on what chart you're looking at. Just waiting for it to load up here, guys. Apologies. Bit of a delay. I'll have a quick sip of my cup of crypto while we're waiting. Oh, that's really good. That's really good. So for some reason, the EMA ribbon on the monthly, okay, it has loaded, but the support is down at around 37,481. So all technicals are telling us that the likelihood of it is we are unfortunately going to be coming down to lower prices. So let's look at this chart together once more on this daily before we move into the lower time frame. So this is what I'm anticipating here. Providing we get the news from the Fed today, once again, 11:30 a.m. time, a crucial meeting where the general consensus is that interest rate hikes will be announced, and if and when that happens, the crypto prices, equity prices will suffer, at least short term. And the next price level really to consider down is about 38,383. So in terms of a trade here, what I would be looking to do, guys, would be something along this level. So from where we are now, you can go with a very tight stop loss if you prefer, and you can maybe be stopped out even at around 43,000, just above, and you can target down at the monthly level. And I think that's a perfectly good trade. It's about 4 to 1, 3.75 to 1 for about an 8.74% swing. For example, if you're trading on Bybit, where I trade, and by the way, guys, link in the video description and in the comments for 3,000. It's actually $3,500 bonuses once you sign up and deposit. And guys, if you sign up with my link and deposit, you'll also be placed within a chance to win $100,000 from the USDT prize pool. And using my link, you will get 30% off your trading fees as well. Now, to win this 100K part of that prize pool, it says you need to trade more than $10,000. Just to be clear, that doesn't mean you have to use $10,000 of your own money. It could be $1,000 of your own money and using 10x leverage. It could be $500 of your own money and using 20x leverage. So that's how trading volume works. So do check out this link for your bonus for some free crypto to start trading, guys. So back into the charts, that's the trade I would be looking at. I wouldn't even necessarily be looking to take final profits at that level, at 38,500. I would be looking to maybe close about 70% of the trade, and then I would be potentially looking to target this weekly level and then let maybe 10% of my trade run all the way down to around 35K, where I see the resting support to be. And that could potentially be the one that creates our double bottom here. Okay, like we created many double bottoms previously here and many other times in the chart. So that would be a good scenario, because it would mean some cheaper Bitcoin short term. And if we rallied from them and got picked up, that would be great. But of course, we could be going to lower prices. So to look at the lower prices, which is of course a potential, guys, yeah, if we are still moving in this bear cycle, like I've shown some of you before, we can look at the Fibonacci retracement levels of this bull cycle, which start in March 2020. So what you need to consider is something like this: swing low, swing high. Did that catch? No, it didn't. Needs to go down there. That's where you want it. And you'll see that the golden ratio, the golden pocket, we could still potentially come down to this previous support level, and it's about 29,500 all the way down to around $27,000. That is still within the realms of possibility. Yeah, I think there's a good 60-70% chance we come down to that level. Just to show you back on this trade that I was looking at, if you want to be more cautious and look at this as more of a swing or long-term position, have your stop loss above 46K. Reason being, this is a heavy liquidation point. You can see it got wicked out. Have your stop loss above that, and you can trade it right down to the golden pocket with taking some profits along the way. That's also a nice way of doing it, guys, if you want to be, taking more of a position trade stance in this. Not everyone's short-term or scalp trader, so that's another great way of doing it, guys, basically. So that's how Bitcoin's looking. Let's go right into the short term, and let's basically see what's going on even the 4-hour time scale. I'm going to have a quick look in the chat to see if there's any good questions to answer before I do that. I'll only be picking ones, of course, that are educational for everyone. So let's have a look. Is it possible for the Fed to lower down interest rates? It ain't going to happen. Not right now. They're not going to be lowering interest rates. If anything, I mean, the interest rates are already what, 0.5%? They're like 0.5%. They're not going to be moving them down. If anything, they'll be moving them up. Joshua says, I'm so tired of seeing him set up these trades that happen, and I don't understand. Got to get my shit together. Look, Josh, understandable. If you want to learn more about actually how to trade and how I come to these conclusions, how I map out price levels, look, we have the Trading Academy. The Trading Academy is all on our Discord channel. It's for complete beginners to intermediates. Here on Discord, we do live video coaching, interactive, all times of the day. So it doesn't matter about your schedule. You're always going to get value. It's for people that are busy, people with more time. You can learn at your own pace. It's all on Discord. And in addition to the interactive learning, you've got the community support. You've got the archive of many hours of educational content from me and my coaches. It's well worth the investment. If you're not making your money back from the investment of learning how to trade in the second month, I would be very surprised, because very few people are in that situation. So give it a try. Links are in the video description down below. We still have this limited time discount, which will be discontinued soon, up to 33% off. So check that out in the link down below. Kenan says, what's your price prediction for Ether looking 1 year ahead? And do you believe in the 10K goal from Vitalik? So it's really hard to say 1 year from now what the Ethereum price will be, because we don't know exactly yet if we're going into this kind of crypto winter, or if this is a bigger correction and we're going to rebound back up. What I can tell you is that within the next 24 months, that we will have hit $15,000. That will be my prediction. If we haven't hit $15,000 within the next 24 months, I will delete my YouTube channel. That is how confident I am about it. All right. What will happen with the recovered Bitcoin that the feds have seized? Will it affect the market? I mean, any cryptocurrency that's taking out the economy, like a burn, is going to be good for the price, simply because you're lowering supply against demand. Any other good questions? Matthew says, what is your worst case scenario for Bitcoin price if interest rates go up by 50 basis points today, as the majority expect 25, and if Russia invades Ukraine? Yeah, so look, I mean, good question, Matthew. There are, of course, different warning signs and definitely cautions that we should be scared of right now in terms of political, geopolitical, with what's going on in Ukraine and China and Russia, and obviously with the Fed increasing interest rates. The worst case scenario, if interest rates go above 50, they raise 50 basis points or more, is that Bitcoin is going to come down sharply back to test $35,000, and that could be a quick move. All right, so this is why I'm going to be entering a short basically very soon. I need to get my USDT in order, and I'm going to be entering a short over on Bybit. I believe it's a great time, and I'm not guaranteeing that the short will come off. Have your stop loss comfortably above where it needs to be, and quickly, guys, check out the link down below to get your $3,500 bonus on Bybit. It's the best trading platform to do so. And if you are going to be trading more than 10,000 USD, you're going to be part of this prize pool as well, guys. And also, you'd be supporting the channel. I'll earn a bonus, you earn a bonus. So I give these, all I ask, guys, from these videos is you smash the like, support, subscribe, and if you are going to get a trading account and want a bonus, use my link, of course. So here we are, guys, on this 4-hour chart. We can obviously see a bearish pattern here. We've got this M pattern that's played out. The target out of this, you could even look at today and do something like this from the candle bodies down to the support, which is about where we are now. I mean, if you get a breakdown here, you're already looking at about $39,300. But I think this trade should be treated as part of a bigger downward move. The best case scenario for Bitcoin today is that they don't increase rates and nothing happens, or a cooling effect happens within Ukraine and Russia, and we may get a retest of up to maybe 44,000. But you can see how the value is in the short right now, because there's much bigger downside potential than upside potential. So that's how I'm viewing Bitcoin today, basically, guys. So let's make our way into the Ethereum price action. We'll look at the Ethereum price. I'm going to move on to that in a minute. A very quick tweet, like I always like to do on these lives, guys, because your support is amazing and I think it's fun for everyone to be part of this. So I'm going to send out a quick tweet. Let's do this. Thank you all for those watching a cup of crypto with me today. You guys are awesome. P.S. Happy Valentine's Day. And look, guys, look what my wife got me for Valentine's. Don't you think this is just perfect? That might be mirrored for you guys, but it says, I love you more than you love crypto. Good card, I thought. It's a nice card. So, yeah, I'm going to tweet this in 1, 2, 3. Guys, it would be so much appreciated if you go onto my Twitter right now. If you're not already following me, it's at Marzell Money. When I'm not posting on YouTube, I'm posting here predictions and analysis. I sometimes post the occasional meme, I have to be honest. But yeah, check me out on Twitter at Marzell Money. Go to this tweet. I actually tweeted this earlier as well. Just if you could just smash the like on this tweet that I just posted. Thank you all for watching. If you could retweet it, leave a comment. It's really appreciated. All the engagement helps guys grow this channel, grow this community, and bring more people into the crypto space. Much appreciated. So let's go on to Ethereum price action. I need a quick sip of my cup of crypto, guys. Today I've actually got my Belitha cup. Yeah, Belith. Are you a Belitha? So I've had this cup for a little while. It's my lucky crypto cup, guys. I'm going to have a quick sip of it because my mouth is all a little bit dry. Joshua says, sorry, Alex, I'm bothering all your patrons. Are you? So maybe someone could tell me what I should have done. Josh, you've got a lot of questions here. I suggest sending me a DM on Instagram. DM me at Marzell_money on Instagram. Send me a DM and I'm happy to address any of these questions you have. Let's leave this chat open for people asking questions about this live session. So I'm going to have a quick sip of my cup of crypto and then we're going to get into the Ethereum price action today. I'm such a coffee addict, guys. It's terrible. It's terrible. So we're up to 100 people in this chat so far, in this live stream. If you haven't already, and there's going to be a lot of people that haven't, please do smash the like as well. We're only on 42 likes, guys. Let's get the likes going. I really love doing this show, guys, and I love engaging with you, but the only way it's sustainable to keep it going is if I know that you enjoy it. So the only way you can really show me is by smashing that like. Let YouTube know it's valuable. So please do smash the like down below and subscribe as well. That way I'll get your feedback and I'm happy to keep doing these videos every day. So guys, so looking at the Ethereum price action today. So let's kick things off here on the monthly chart. Very quickly, before I do that, I do have a super chat and it's also a very interesting question. If I get super chats, I'll always prioritize them, guys, of course, especially if they're an interesting question for all. So Lee says, how do you decide what you are going to hodl versus swing or long when trading, and what percentage of your trades are hodl versus? So good question, Lee. So currently I have about 80% of my cryptocurrency as hodl, and the other 20% is used in my trading account for leverage trading. And you said, how do you decide what you are going to hodl? So I'm hodling Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, XRP, basically the bigger coins. And then I have an allocation out of the 80% that I mentioned is my hodl. About 10% of that 80% is actually used for high growth projects like private seed capital into, some very, very exciting projects that I'm working with. For example, I tweeted one of them, by the way. Thank you for the likes on the tweet at Marzell Money if you want to follow me. Look at this project, by the way, guys. This is super duper exciting. So for example, this is like one of my IDO projects that I've just invested in, Bulliverse. These guys are going to be huge, right? Bulliverse is going to be like the new sandbox. Take a look out for this, guys. The IDO is actually happening on the 18th. Go on to bulliverse.com and check everything out about this game if you want a super exciting project that has the potential to 50, 100x over the next 12 months. Look no further, guys. This is a really cool game, and the team behind it is serious. Okay, it's not one of these pump and dump things. This is big. Look into it for yourself, please, and I'll be doing more content around this game soon. But yeah, so projects like that I'm invested in as well. So yeah, I hope that answers your question, guys. So I can see the likes have built up, guys. Much appreciated, much appreciated. So let's start on the Ethereum chart. Let's start on this monthly, and we'll be mapping out and talking about our levels here as well. So the most considerable level, monthly level we need to consider is down here, $2,300. There is a monthly level all the way up at $4,625, but quite frankly, that's wishful thinking right now. So we've got a monthly support down at that level. That's a key level. $2,250 is also a bit of a psychological level. Our weekly level, let's go into the weekly chart and you'll see that clearly, is one level's here, acting as resistance, which is $3,050. And then the weekly level below it is down at $2,500, $253, okay, $2,530. But between that, on the daily, we do have a daily level to take note of, and the daily level, the most recent daily level's actually resistance point up at 3,245. But if we're coming down, we need to consider this daily level, which, to be quite honest, shouldn't act as a strong support because we've already crossed through it, but it's still a level we can take note of. The next significant support level beneath us is this weekly level. Once again, to show you, this weekly level will act as the most significant point of support, this $2,500. So let's zoom out a little bit on this Ethereum chart. Let's look at our ribbon. So the ribbon, we are being thrown under. So the last level, the 20-day moving average, the 20-day moving average, this red line, we're now being resisted upon. So that's not a good sign on the weekly. On the daily chart, we're wicking below it now. On the weekly chart, I meant the monthly chart, excuse me, we're above it and it comes down to around 2,370. So it's the same situation, guys, with Ethereum. The trade that I would be looking to do for this week is another nice swing position trade, something along the lines of, because we're beneath this point now, where I'm seeing the most value is a trade probably down to the weekly level. I'll have my stop loss maybe somewhere here. I'm going to actually revisit that stop loss in a minute, but the target's definitely down at around $2,550, about an 11% swing, 3.5 to 1 risk to reward ratio. I just want to check out that that level for the stop loss, guys, where that should maybe be. Let's have a look at that together. Let me just remove this ribbon. So stop loss, let's bring in moving average. So yeah, I'd certainly want it above, let's move this along a bit. I'd certainly want it above this moving average, this 20-day on the daily. Let's also have a look, cross-check on the weekly. Yeah, I mean, I would keep it tight because of the Fed meeting and because of the volatility I'm anticipating today. Let me take my magnet off a sec because that's tripping out. I would have it just simply above the previous wick. I would have that about $2,975. And it gives a really nice 3.5 to 1 risk to reward ratio. So the trade that I would be looking at, the value trade, would be an Ethereum short around the price action we're looking at today. I would take maybe just 20% close at $2,780 because that is a previous daily level, but only about 20% because it's quite a weak level because we've wicked through it. So yeah, and then I'd be looking to take the remaining profit down at the weekly level at about $2,550. I believe that's quite a nice trade that you could look at for this week. In terms of shorter trades, shorter price action trades, not that I would necessarily encourage that in this market, but obviously you could potentially do a short trade down to the daily level, and you could have something shorter term. Again, it's going to be a short trade targeting. I would target that week daily and just have my stop loss very tight above the previous wick at about 2,895. You've got a 3 to 1 risk to reward ratio there. About 3% trade. So again, another trade, guys. These percentages that you can make, this 3%, you know, if you had a 20x leverage on that, that's nearly 60% gains. And I'm not by any means saying go and put 20x trade on if you don't know how to trade. It's for experienced traders only, guys. When I give these bonuses to the community, which you can find in the link down below, you should be understanding at least the basics well, how to trade. I do have a Bybit for beginners video. For anybody that's really serious about wanting to learn, become financially free through trading with me, my community, learning interactively, we have the Discord community, guys, where we give live sessions. I'm giving live sessions. My coaches are giving live sessions. You'll trade within a community, and within 4 months, you can actually be a competent, proficient, and profitable trader. Check out the links down below, guys, because we have a limited offer on that, a discounted offer to be part of our community, the Marzell Trading Academy. Anyone has any questions off air, you can DM me on Instagram. I pick up all my DMs there at Marzell_money. So that's how Ethereum's looking today. Again, it's all dependent on this Fed meeting happening at 11:30 a.m. Eastern time. Big volatility day I anticipate ahead. A very exciting day I'm anticipating ahead. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens there, guys. Let's check out the tweet that I put on, see what support you guys give me, what kind of love is in the room on this Valentine's Day. So 11 likes, guys. Because it's Valentine's Day, guys, give me more hearts than that. Go on to the Twitter at Marzell Money and give me some love, guys. And also, we're on 63 likes on the YouTube video here. Get those likes going as well. That really helps. So I'm going to, just before I move on to some altcoins, I'm going to have a quick look at the chat section. If there's any good questions to read out, I'll scan through it. So I'm going to have a quick sip of my cup of crypto while I read a couple of these questions, and I'll be reading out your questions. So anything about trading, anything about the current price action, just put them in the chat and I'll be having a look. Gregory asks, is it possible to get a good price prediction for the end of 22 in December? So Gregory, good question. In fact, I made a video on this. Let me show you. Bear with me, it's just loading. Where is it? I'm going to put this in the chat. So this video here, Gregory, is my Ethereum 2022 outlook. I guess you haven't seen it. Let me put it in the chat. I suggest to go and watch that, because everything I'm anticipating to happen throughout 2022, I've mapped out. I made it about a month ago, and so far it's been pretty accurate, I have to say. So check out that video for anyone that's interested in my 2022 Ethereum outlook. Any other good questions? Why is everyone saying Ethereum is to go up when it just capped out and is falling? Tyler, who's saying it's going to go up? I'd be interested to know. What do I think about Solana? I'm very bullish on Solana. I think it is by far one of the best blockchain technologies since Ethereum. Obviously, it has even more benefits than Ethereum, but it has its own issues as well, which I could probably make a whole video on. But I put it this way, mid to long term, Solana will do very well, and I'm very bullish on Solana indeed. Barry, smash the like button twice. Don't do that, Barry. If you smash the like button twice, you're going to turn it off. Yeah, just make sure it's blue. Okay, any other good questions here? Joshua says, all right, Alex, that's it. I'm taking the plunge. I'm joining the group. It has to help. Josh, join the MTA, my friend. I guarantee you will not be disappointed. If you are serious about wanting to learn to trade and you want a skill that will last, forever, an ever-growing money tree, which trading can be, you're gonna really enjoy the value that you get from it. Justin says, do you reckon the market going to keep dropping? Like, what's your thoughts for the round next month or two? So yeah, my opinion is we are going to see some downward price action still. Like, for example, Ethereum, if we look at the daily chart, essentially we're still in this downward price action, okay, from the all-time high. Let's remove just some of these indicators, and you'll see that in terms of resistance, although we kind of broke resistance a little bit, like if you do it like that, but you could equally now look at it like that. I do believe that we're coming back into it. In fact, interestingly enough, this previous resistance line is now being tested, and we may break back into it. But ultimately, where I see the market going is with where the FEB levels tell us from the previous swing low of the bull cycle, which is in March 2020. So if you run that Fibonacci level from March 2020 when the bull cycle started to the top, you can see that the golden ratio on Ethereum is all the way still down at around $1,900. And I do believe we will touch that level this year before we see higher prices. That's what I would guesstimate, okay, from a technical standoff. Could be wrong. We could come down to this level and find support. That would also be fine. Either way, I'm not bothered because I'm in Ethereum for many years and I don't care about these shorter term price action swings. I'm looking at this. What's Ethereum going to be in 3 years, 5 years, 7, 10 years? Some very good questions there. I appreciate it. I appreciate the support. I appreciate the likes. Let's move on to Cardano to see what's going on here. So Cardano's had a bit of a downward price action in the last week or so. You can see it's come back down to its lovely resting point of $1. So again, it's a buying opportunity, but I wouldn't be too quick to go into Cardano right now because it is in this downward wedge, right? And it's in a bit of a no man's zone land because we could break down further in this downward trend. We could come down something to even as low as maybe 68 cents or something like that. The interesting thing as well is that it broke this support line which we were watching. I mean, the target beneath that is potentially as low as 92 cents, but saying that, this level is just super strong. This $1 level, you could potentially draw a trend line from this wick, yeah, and to that wick. So maybe we may come down and retest around 90 cents. I don't think we're going to see lower than that for Cardano, but I wouldn't touch it right now. It's just not an attractive trade for me for Cardano. Obviously long term, yeah, fine, buy Cardano. It's a great price. It's super cheap, but anything mid-term, there's better trades out there. So XRP was interesting because it broke this downward arc, this this bearish triangle, and bullish triangle. It's a descending triangle, so it's bullish, but we haven't seen a great deal of volume past the initial spike. So it's concerning me a little bit. I don't know if we're going to get that full impulse to the upside. And it could be a bit of a fake out move here on the weekly anyway. So if we look at the weekly chart, you can see, in fact, let's look at the levels here for XRP, because I know a lot of people are still watching XRP, still invested in XRP. Let's look at some of the levels that we need to pay attention to here. In fact, let's start with a clean slate. So the levels here on the weekly that we need to pay very close attention to for XRP is the following. So the last significant level is here. I'm going to bring my trusty magnet back in. So support is down at 60 cents on the, I should really mark that weekly. And actually, this shouldn't be blue. My weekly levels are green. It's just how I like to do it. And then on the daily, the significant daily level, so we're at a crucial point of support resistance. So we're going to get support at 75 cents. So we'll be watching that support level, strong support level here. That's in yellow. And that is our daily. So basically, guys, we are seeing strong support beneath us at 75 cents. If we break 75 cents on XRP, yeah, you could likely anticipate something down at around 60 cents and we'll move to the downside. If you look at the monthly, just for anyone that's interested on the bigger time scale here, the monthly basically corresponds with the weekly level as well. So again, it's at 62 cents. So the key thing here is if we confirm, let's say, probably even a daily candle below 76 cents, we're likely going down to that 59 cents level. I believe that's likely for the XRP price. So let's take a look at Matic, Polygon. Let's clear this chart up as well. So Matic is at a strong support level, but this is all quite bearish in terms of potentially head and shoulders pattern there. So if I use, let's just bring in a support line here. So, but what you can see here is there's all this kind of head and shoulders stuff going on, which I just don't like. You've potentially got its neckline there. We've tried to break beneath it. It looks like we're trying to break it again. I mean, on the daily, you've got a resistance line up at $2.03. On the weekly, the levels that you need to pay attention to would be here. Let's have a look. So you've got a level, weekly level at $1.73, but beneath that, in terms of support beneath us, the next level here is down at around $1.24. And then you've got down at $1.11. So Matic, it's a hard one to call because you're resting on the support. But if we see any more downward price action, you really have to consider lower prices, probably down to around $1.12 even, maybe $1.24. It could have a big move down, especially with this bearish kind of head and shoulders pattern that's playing out in the chart at the moment. So we'll keep an eye on Matic. Solana. So Solana broke out of its falling wedge, but it's been supported by this support line here, which is interesting to see. So we'll see how Solana plays out. At the moment, it's testing that line. Obviously, if it breaks beneath it, the next support really is around 71 cents. The monthly level on Solana, to take note of if you're looking for a support, is all the way down at this level. It's about 43 cents, so it could have a big fall. So again, like Bitcoin, like Ethereum, we are potentially facing somewhat of a crypto bear market / mini winter season, bear season, whatever you want to call it. I am cautious right now. The prices are all looking like we may see lower price action. Simon Scott says, Crypto and Carl the Moon say everything gonna rocket today. Glad I take no notice of them. I mean, look, I know Carl, I know Chris. I've met them several times out in Dubai. They're really cool guys. Their technicals, they're solid, but obviously every technical analysis has a different view on the market. Every person has a different view, and I'm not saying their view is wrong, but I just think if you look at it objectively, and if you look at what the technicals are actually telling us, my personal opinion is prices are bearish, and we are going to see lower prices. Sheep token and a lot of these coins had big pumps sort of in the last couple of weeks, but there hasn't been the volume. Like, for example, going back to Bitcoin in a minute, this huge spike that we had over the last 3 weeks, no volume. Same with Ethereum, just not much volume. ADA, Cardano's obviously been doing something different to the downside. Luna, on the other hand, I'm staying quite bullish on Luna. We actually put in a short trade on Luna in my last live session on Friday, and that so far is in profit. So congratulations anyone that took that trade on Luna. It's a big holding of mine. I'm very bullish about Terra as a technology, but even so, we could be coming down to this support line once again, 46 cents. But these projects do have kind of a different course than Bitcoin and Ethereum, because they're slightly different protocols and they have different utilities and so forth, so they don't necessarily need to follow what Bitcoin's doing. The message for today, guys, is keep a close eye on Bitcoin and Ethereum because of this Fed meeting, which is very, very important. I am in a short. I am expecting lower price action. If you missed what I was talking about with Bitcoin and Ethereum, go back and watch it in the video. I think you'll find that quite interesting, guys. And I'm going to wrap things up to today because it's all eyes on the Fed. So just once again, I really appreciate everybody watching. For those of you that have smashed the like button, please do smash the like before you go. If you'll be joining me again, if you smash the like, subscribe for future videos, and do follow me on Twitter @MarzellMoney. I'll be doing a video later, my usual kind of Ethereum Bitcoin video, so make sure you tune in for that. And thanks everyone for your support, for tuning in, and I'll see you guys all on another video later on today, and of course my live stream tomorrow. Thanks for joining me, guys. Peace out and see you later. Take care. Bye bye.